Heyo, it's Teddy. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the most asked questions that I've gotten through Facebook and Instagram DMs, and that would be blending. Blending's really not that difficult, and a lot of people kind of make it out to be more of this like secret technique sort of thing, but there's really nothing secret about it other than blend and have a fluffy brush. So I'm going to kind of play around with some colors today on camera and just kind of talk through my my blending process. So I'm just going to play with some colors and kind of explain through my blending process, and it's really not that difficult. It's just people make it out to be much more difficult than it really is. Oh shit, I need to go grab my my primer. Don't follow me.
貴様の拳などかほどにも効かんわい。お前はもう死んでいる。何？もうは匠できれぶ。
You good? Okay. So the beginning of every eyeshadow look that you ever do should start out with a good eyelid primer. I'm using a little more than I expected to. I'm using the Morphe eyelid primer. You can really use whichever one you like. I think that the best one on the market is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyelid primer, but I just use translucent. They do come in different tints, but I like the translucent. So we're just gonna take that, kind of get it on our fingers a little bit, and then spread with our fingers. And you want to get the whole area of which you are working with. It makes the area tacky so that you can put on a good base layer. Your eyeshadow will actually stick. So something that's been requested of me quite a few times is a nude, neutral sort of look. So that's kind of what I'm going to go for, but it's going to be a little bit more dramatic because I am going to try to be showing the blending process. So again, I'm using my 39L Hit the Lights palette. It's literally like what I use for everything because it's just got every color you can think of. It doesn't have any of the colors that I need.
Wow, you really don't have any nude stuff.
I don't do nudes. Well, I don't do nudes. So we're going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. I really don't have that many different nude palettes. Just nude isn't something that I normally go for. This is something that was gifted to me a long time ago, and we're going to just use it. So first we're going to take a dome brush, and I'm using the Morphe Glance Party brushes. And we're going to take some of Dawn and just kind of put that all over our lid. This is a transitional shade. And this shade should just almost mimic your skin tone. It can be a little bit different or a little bit off. I would go darker, not so much lighter, but it should be very similar to your skin tone. So everybody's going to have something different. I'm just lucky enough that Dawn is close to my skin color. Hello, Jim. Hi. Anyway, so next is where a lot of people end up going wrong with blending, and that is a lot of people put the color where they think it should go. Because like normally if say we're using Destiny, if we're thinking, oh well, it's very light on the top and then it gets a little bit darker, then it gets a little bit darker, so people will sometimes do the dark and then do the light a little bit above the dark and then do the lightest on top of it. But the real trick is to always start from the same spot and then blend it to where it needs to be. So we're gonna do a gradient from Dawn to Destiny to Fudge. That's an interesting, like, very interesting choice. And then I think I'm gonna throw a little bit of electric onto the lid. We're gonna take the Destiny and we're gonna just put it right into our crease, which is right where your eye kind of is, whenever you open your eyes, where it creases. So this is our second shade and it's much darker than we want it to be, but that's because we have to blend. And that's the whole point of the guide. So then we're gonna take a clean blending brush and we're gonna blend it upwards and out to where we want it to be, because it's not exactly where the color is gonna show once we're done with the rest of the look. So we're just gonna very lightly, no real pressure should ever be applied to your eyes. You should just kind of lightly pick it and pull it. All right, this is about where you should be. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be quite yet. Once we're done with the darkest shade, then we can start working on fully perfecting it. So I'm gonna take that same crease brush that we were using before, and we're gonna take the Fudge. And this one, instead of just kind of swiping it onto the eye, we're gonna kind of pat it in, because it's gonna mostly be where we want it to be. All right, and then we're gonna take our fluffy brush once again. Yes, I'm using the same one. It's still got a little bit of the old product in it. That's perfect for blending. And we're gonna do this, but in circular motions. You do the inner one with circular motions so that it stays kind of in its own spot without really going up and out. And it just kind of blends together. So I do want to mention that everybody's skin tone is different, so what shades work with me will not work with everyone. But to just kind of use this guide as a basis of like from where you're starting and where you're going. Nude colors are hard to just make one general tutorial for everyone, so it's going to take some playing around and finding the colors that work for you. So next I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to take Roxy a little bit on the very tip, kind of tap it out, and I'm going to go over the eyelid. Alright, and now I'm going to highlight my brow bone, and I'm using just a little bit of Dawn with my blending brush. And I'm going to try to blend it a little bit into the rest of my look. That's it for the blending of the look, and I'm just going to put some finishing touches on this, and that will be the guide. My editor bullies me, and you guys don't know. He's gonna edit this out. So Ken LeBlanc actually commented on one of my videos that if I did a goth look, that they were 100% here, and me and my editor were quite intrigued, and I'm actually, I think it would be really fun to do. But if this video gets 15 likes, then I will make it next week's episode. So go and share this video and make sure that your friends are gonna like on the video and such, so that we can get up to 15 likes. And also, thank you guys so much for 50 subscribers. I am now at 52 subscribers. And I honestly, whenever I started the channel, never thought that I would get more than 10. So thank you guys so much. It really does mean a lot. If you enjoyed this guide or even found it a little bit helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and go and follow me on all my social medias for all these different looks that I do on my Instagram. I will be uploading every Tuesday, and on my Snapchat I always send out a notification an hour before the video drops. So if you would like those, go ahead and follow me on Snapchat. And on Twitter, I also post everything that I post on my Instagram, but I don't get to post my pictures. If you guys have any other suggestions on makeup challenges or just different looks that I should try out, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below, and I will be sure to try to get to all of them. So that's it for this guide, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that beautiful content, be sure to click here to subscribe for more, or go and watch my most recent video, or see what YouTube has suggested for you. So, don't...
Thanks for being my content. You finished my stuff in all content.